Hello IITGN Janta. As you all know, there are numerous courses offered in our campus such as business skills for entrepreneurs, behavioral economics, product management, etc. However, how much is it helping our student community in creating an idea into business? We can let it know by interacting with those who are working on it. In view of that, Talk, the campus magazine of the institute, is starting an initiative to talk to alumni students of IIT Gandhinagar who are trying to make it real. Today, we have Heram Bhaiya who graduated last year. Now, let's hear from him. So Bhaiya, what does your startup do?
So my startup is an online digital marketplace. So it's like Udemy and Skillshare. So we offer courses in the streams of arts and extracurricular activities for kids from the age groups of 5 to 15 years. So what is the difference between us and Udemy or Skillshare is we offer courses both with recorded lectures and also online, like online live classes, not recorded ones as Udemy or Coursera does. And we offer courses only in arts and extracurricular activities streams for the school kids or who are kids from the age groups of like who are in kindergarten or the primary education.
Okay. So, and who is the target customer?
So our target customers are basically the kids from the age groups of like 5 to 15 years. Although they don't have the decision capacity to make, like we want to buy a course, so we can buy. So the parents are the decision makers for them. So we are mostly concentrating upon the parents who are from the age group, who are from the income groups of like 9 to 12 lakhs or above that, so that they can afford these online live courses for their kids. So who are living in tier 2, tier 3 cities or maybe tier 1 cities.
Okay. So do you have any competitors in this space?
Yeah, we do have competitors in this space. There are startups like Byju's is also entering into the music industry by teaching guitar lessons, and there is a platform called Front Row and Planet Spark, and there are 2 to 3 platforms. Like after the COVID has been erupted the kids education in this space, there have been 4 to 5 startups that have been coming to this space, especially teaching arts and extracurricular activities like teaching coffee painting or making singing or all other things.
I guess Skillshare is also one.
Yeah, Skillshare, but Skillshare is not very adaptive to the kids.
Okay.
So the way of learning for kids is very different from the way of learning for the mature people. So
yes.
You can understand education if you can understand maths when someone teaches you, whether live or recorded. It doesn't make sense to you. But kids learning is very different. So.
Yeah, that's true. Now we'll move on to the next question. How did this idea come to you?
Okay. So when I was in COVID, I had 2 to 3 ideas in my mind to work on, and I talked to a lot of people. I talked to the customers who have been facing this problem, and at last I came to this idea because I was very passionate about education and making something for the people in the education space. So I thought maybe I'll build a platform where. So there have been many platforms which are in the education space. You have the primary education or the higher education and all these sectors. So higher education is sorted in a space in India mostly, and the primary education is what I want to concentrate upon. But the problem or the opportunity I have encountered is Byju's or Vedantu or some other companies in this space have been teaching maths, science, English, the same courses that you learn in school have been taught in the after the school program through online. But I spotted out that there are no platforms or there is no good company teaching the extracurricular activities or the arts and all these things through an online way. So I spotted that difference and I got that void that has to be solved. And I thought maybe we can make a online platform teaching all these things to kids.
Yeah, as you all know, extracurricular activities are very much important for kids, and sadly in India, the schools don't offer them much. Okay, so how long have you been working on this idea?
So it's been 9 months now, and I have started working on this idea from July 2021, and it's been good. It's been going good. A lot of talking to people, a lot of talking to customers, team building, and all these things.
And how important is this cause to you? How close is it to your heart?
Yeah, I think it's been the number one cause to me, especially because when I was in my 4th year undergrad, I thought of going to either higher education or doing a job or maybe some other thing. But I thought that when we were young, we have more freedom, less responsibilities, and we can try out more things as do we have experience after all. So I thought like entrepreneurship is a good space, and I want to work in education, especially because I come from a tier 2 city where there is good education, but not all can get into IITs or some good colleges in the country. And the enrollment ratio to the dropout ratio is very high in tier 2, tier 3 cities, especially in villages. So I thought like maybe I will work in education, but I thought that education is good, but extracurricular activities and these things will build your social skills, your life more than other things. So although you learn, you may be shy, you don't have a social life apart from that, you don't have hobbies apart from that. So to nurture these things, extracurricular activities or the arts are very important in building up your life, not only the science and tech.
Yeah, you are definitely working for a very good cause. And so, how long have you been here in IIT Gandhinagar, and how do you plan to incubate here?
Okay, so I have done my bachelor's from here in mechanical engineering, and I have done my minors in management too. So I got through courses from business entrepreneurship. And I got a good exposure from here to work on entrepreneurship. I talked to many seniors. So there has been a company which has been recently acquired by Stripe. That's called Reco. And there's been a startup named FamPay. So that has been the point to inspire me. So FamPay is a startup that has exactly started right from the college. And in 2 years, it has got a funding of $70 million from Sequoia Cap. So it has been an inspiration. I thought like, why not?
Yeah, definitely. You should give it a try. And where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
So I think 5 years is a long time. So I do have some plans for the next 5 years or maybe 10 years or in the life. But in the 5 years, I think I'll be working mostly on the education space only and consulting people on how the education or the learning standards in government schools should improve, and collaborating with the people who are working in the space like NGOs or some education consulting firms who are doing this work. So there have been good firms like Pratham, Teach for India, Kaivalya Foundation and education initiatives. So there have been good firms. Although for my startup I have a good aim to make it to a $4 billion or a good startup which serves for its purpose and have a good customer rich experience for the customers and good reviews for it. So this will be the maybe 3-4 years or maybe 5 years in life.
Okay, so you have a definite customer base that you can target for, and since it is a good customer base, you will definitely get successful. I hope so. And have you received any funding still now?
Yeah, I don't exactly call it a funding. So I have received a grant of 80,000 from IIM as part of a program called Youth Entrepreneurship Program in December. So I have been mostly getting my finances from that, and apart from that, I haven't actually contacted the investors or sort of people, although I have contacted them, but I haven't received good deals with them, and mostly I have been serving most of the finances from my family or myself.
Okay, and how do you plan to scale up your business in the future?
So firstly, we are in a growth stage right now. So I'll be mostly concentrating upon targeting the customers from the Gujarat area or Ahmedabad area. So I'll build up some good courses onto my platform and then get a customer base of like 1,000 and then 10,000 and all these things. Then I'll expand to other geographies and other type of courses. So if you will think so, I'll mostly concentrate, at the start I'll mostly concentrate upon the traditional arts courses like classical singing or Kathak and all, Bharatanatyam and all these things. So 4 to 5 courses in these streams. And after that, I'll go more into the fusion kind of things, like Western dance and all this.
Okay. So, are there any particular challenges that you might face in this process?
Yeah, I think the strategic partnerships with people, like, so I'm a tech guy, so I work on things. So I need to work with people who will be teaching on my platform. So convincing them is a big issue to teach on our platform, because there has been many platforms who does these things. And different business models, exploring different business models. So we are a marketplace business model where we share some part of the revenue that teachers get. So if the teachers get 100% of the revenue, we'll take a percentage of like 5 to 6% out of their revenue, because we are doing all the marketing and all these things.
Okay.
So different business models, or BIOS is doing other different models. So it has its own teachers, and they'll give a job like remuneration for that, and most of the revenue it takes as a profit. So exploring different marketplaces and the team building has been an issue. So if you want to convince, so I'm 22 right now, convincing people to work with me who are older than me or who have more experience in those fields would be an issue for me.
Okay. I hope you will resolve them as fast as possible and you end up in a very successful venture. So guys, as you saw, this was Heram Bhaiya, and this was his experience he shared with us, and we would like to bring more such experiences in future.